A moment I thought you were Sonia.
I didn't mean to scare you.
It's not your fault. Put it down to wishful thinking. And this stuff. But it was quite a way to meet.
I know I should have come to the wedding.
We both wanted you there.
I didn't want to risk spoiling your day. She and I together.
You're alike.
I can't believe she's gone. Is it okay if I stay? Just for the night?
Sure. Just, don't expect me to do the gracious host bit. The only thing I'm good for is, taking me off to bed.
Right. I should remember where everything is. Look, I really wanted to sort things out. Now it's too late.
I'm glad you're here. Amber, you're up early?
Clearly, I'm not Amber.
So I see. Trey Devlin.
I didn't think you were here to wash the windows.
I take it you're a friend of Amber's.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Great for a hangover.
You don't mind if I ask your name?
Hey, it's your house. Not too shabby either.
I need sleep, John. You're not the one facing Georgina this morning.
I hope she's more friendly than our host.
Oh, Trey doesn't know you're here.
He does now.
Oh, John, I told...
Shh. Your wicked stepfather's as much as I can cope with this morning. Ow!
You can only blame him after what's happened.
Well, that's no excuse for bad manners.
Is that you, Zoe? You're in early.
Got a hug for a wayward niece?
Oh.
I didn't come home to make you cry.
You can't talk. You look like you've been crying all night.
So incredible. I can't quite grasp it.
I know. It's the same for all of us. Here. I've wanted you here for such a long time, but not like this. So, you been all right?
Don't I look all right?
You look disgustingly gorgeous. Did you get the checks I sent?
Yeah, I should have written and thanked you.
No. Your mother may have found out. I was never very good at keeping secrets from her.
Yeah, well, she couldn't keep them from you either. Is it true? The papers say she was murdered.
That's what the police say. But I can't believe it. I mean, I won't believe it. God, Amber. She was my sister. I mean, it just has to be some kind of terrible mistake.
So, the question is, if we are forced to vote, shouldn't we at least be given someone worth voting for? I mean, come on, people. Let's take a break.
They said you take white with one.
They will get shot for letting anyone in here without asking me first, even you.
Well, you were gone so early, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
Your friend said it for you.
You're angry.
Hey. I'm not angry.
It's okay. I'm here now.
Thanks for the coffee.
I was going to read one of Sonia's favourite poems, but I'd much rather you did it.
A poem? I remember she was more into Jackie Collins and poetry. Did she ever talk about me? Miss me?
Oh, darling, we all missed you. But you're home now. One good thing to come out of this terrible mess.
Hard at work already.
Detective Sergeant Harris, this is Sonia's daughter.
You're Amber. I'll get the boys to call off the search. I understand you hadn't seen your mother for a while.
In 6 years.
That's very young to leave home.
17's old when your mother doesn't care whether you're alive or dead.
If you want to have that chat, I think now would be a good time. I've got a pretty frantic day ahead.
I thought you might. That's why I brought breakfast.
You spoil all your witnesses like that?
Only the ones I suspect haven't eaten in days.
Excuse us.
We'll talk later. You knew your sister better than anyone.
Trey might disagree with you.
She wouldn't talk to him about taking a lover.
Oh, it's hot.
Sorry. So, did you have any reason to suspect she was sleeping with someone?
There's a dreadful accusation to make when she's not here to defend herself.
I'm not here to sit in judgment on your sister. All I want is to find out whoever killed her. We know she was with someone else shortly before she died.
You sure about that?
I wish there was some way you didn't have to hear it. Look, there's a slim chance your sister's indiscretion had nothing to do with her death. But I have to follow up on it. I can either go through her private life like a raging elephant, or you can help me out and there's a chance of keeping it private.
And what do you want me to do?
There's a few entries in those papers that don't make sense. Regular entries that are only initials.
Such as?
Does BB mean anything to you?
Body beat, obviously.
That's all?
Well, I can't think of anything else it would mean. Look, is one of those Danishes still going?
It's got your name on it.
You lied to me, Barrett. The day Sonia went missing, I stood right there and asked you where she was, and you told me you hadn't seen her for days.
What are you saying, that I killed her?
Even you're not stupid enough to kill a good meal ticket. But there were more than a dozen entries in her diary for BB. Now, there's no prizes to guessing who has that diary now.
You didn't tell them about me, did you?
I really don't think the world needs to know that my sister was using a cheap gigolo.
Charter boat operator. And I'm not cheap.
Whatever the price, you stay low and you say nothing. Don't push me.
Because not everything is as it seems. Sometimes you have to dig below the surface. And unfortunately, you won't always like what you find. I gotta go. So until tomorrow, you've been listening to Trey Devlin, the voice of choice on Pacific FM.
Must be nice to have a cleaning lady pick up after you.
The only reason I'm tolerating you at all is because of Amber.
Cool.
Put on some clothes. No one's impressed.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
Come on, Georgina. They think Sonia was cheating on me. Was she?
How can I answer that?
I have to know.
Why? Is it going to bring her back? Trey, she loved you. How can you doubt that?
She loved vanilla ice cream too, but she'd still sometimes order chocolate.
Trey, please. What difference is it going to make now, even if it was true?
So it was true.
I didn't say that.
You've been a busy girl. Calming Daddy down. Visiting Auntie Georgina. How's she?
Same as ever. Oh, things never change.
Is that good or bad?
Perfect. She's in shock about what's happening. So happy to see me.
It's almost too easy. I prefer a challenge.
She'll do anything I want. What now, John?
Hey, you all right?
Just practicing. We've got a funeral tomorrow, remember?
Shouldn't you be getting ready?
I wish we could have kept the service private.
We couldn't. A lot of people want to say farewell.
A lot of vultures want to feed off the scandal, you know.
Look, Trey, I've been thinking.
Thank you.
Maybe it's not such a good idea that you give the eulogy. I mean, everybody will understand.
Can you imagine the reaction if Trey Devlin gave up his chance at the mic? I'll get through it.
Good morning. Have you thought about what you're wearing to the funeral? Look, I brought a few things of mine over from home that I thought might be suitable.
Oh, there'll be something in Sonia's wardrobe, really.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Amber, it could upset Trey. Just go through those and see what you can find, okay? Okay.
Which one?
That one.
You don't think this one's better?
Why don't you go and watch you're wearing? What was that for?
For coming with me today. It's going to be so much easier with you there.
Not a problem. Hey, do you think there'll be a big turnout?
You kidding? Every wannabe has-been and high roll on the coast. You watch. Sonia had a lot of friends.
Rich friends?
Nice friends.
Nice is interesting. Nice and rich is better. Take some more cards. Hey. We'll get through this together, okay?
Be careful. My last pair.
Oh, I wouldn't wear black nor that tie.
I'm shopping for a friend as a favor.
Ah, I believe you thousands wouldn't.
Not that I did someone a favor.
That you'd have a friend.
I'm really a caring, sharing sort of guy.
You say so.
Wait, have a drink with me sometime. Let me prove it.
Only if you wear the black stockings. Better pay for them unless you want to be done for shoplifting.
What? What's your name? Coffee. Great.
So, anyway, I think I've convinced Harris that you're not Freddy Krueger. You should be off the hook.
Thanks for backing me up.
You always dive in and rescue guys?
Not always. Depends on the guy. Some of them will drag you under.
Not me.
No, not you. You're kind of,
Safe?
more retros. Sort of...
A throwback. Adam thinks I belong back in the 60s.
Yes, that's it, exactly. It's not an insult.
Oh. Everything was so innocent. Much simpler back then.
Everything was simpler last week.
I guess I owe you.
The service will be over by 12 and the guests will start arriving shortly after.
You've thought of everything?
I just want it to run smoothly for Sonia's sake. Amber, sweetheart, time to go.
Is that Sonia's?
Yeah. Sorry, Georgina, nothing you gave me fitted and time was running out. I'll take it off.
No. It was always one of my favorites.
Thank you.
All right.
You better get dressed. The car's waiting. Joel's not coming.
I see. Yeah, I'm not into funerals. You're dead, you're dead. Never even met the star of today's.
So you won't come even for Amber's sake?
She's a big girl. She'll be fine. I'd just be another stooge swelling the numbers and eyeing off the floral tributes to see how much money people spent.
She was very popular.
Not with everyone. Make sure you take enough tissues, babe.
He's completely honest. He looks at the world in different ways than we do.
So does a cockroach. You may not have known my wife, but you are sleeping in sheets that she chose, making love in a room that she decorated, and reading a book that she bought. In 2 hours, this house will be filled with people she loved, who loved her. And I will not have things ruined by some young punk who's only under her roof because Amber's got lousy taste.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me she's just like her mother.
The rule for today is respect. For the dead and the living. And if you can't fake it, piss off. Do you understand?
You better hurry or you'll miss the show.
I want to know what you're going to do.
If I told you, what would you think about during the sermon?
Trey Devlin, great to meet you at last. Too bad it has to be under such sad circumstances.
Thanks, Bethany. I'm glad you came.
Sonia was very good to me.
Maybe we'll catch up a bit later.
See? Completely house-trained.
Good.
Come on, sweetie, no more tears. Is that the daughter? And who's the older lady with the diamonds?
I'm not sure.
Hey, I'll get you a top up. Hey, Carla, just wanted to offer you my condolences. I want to give you my numbers in case I can be of any help.
You're a real estate salesman.
I'm into permanency. Bricks and mortar will still be here long after we're gone. They're a great tangible investment, you know.
Don't forget where you're up to.
Stick it in the spare bedroom.
Georgina's done the usual great job of organising us there.
Too good. I'm afraid we're going to have to get a bomb to get them out.
Want a drink?
Not now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise anyone was here.
I'm hiding.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I try to put a good face on for her sake, but I can't. I always let her down.
No, I'm sure Sonia would be proud of you.
She always looked after me, even when we were apart.
Well, she hasn't forgotten you.
Trey said something about reading her will later on this afternoon. I don't think I could take that.
Ah, we'll just get to it when all the guests have gone.
I'll try and get through it.
Oh, it won't be too formal. It's just to give everyone an idea of where they stand, that's all. So, you up to facing the piranhas again, or shall I make your excuses?
I'm fine now. If you stick close.
My pleasure.
Doesn't it make you sick? Bethany could wear a garbage bag and make it look like a Marnie.
Bethany.
My name's Zoe.
Hi.
What's your name?
Joel.
Joel. Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, so Zoe.
This is not a pickup joint.
Do I have scold me written on my phone?
You are Amber's guest.
Just being sociable.
First you're eyeing off Bethany, now you're chatting up Zoe in the corner. All I want you to do is behave yourself for Amber's sake.
Amber?
What's up?
Auntie has a problem with the way I'm behaving. She thinks I've upset you.
You haven't.
You sure? I mean, I've been talking to the guests and looking at them. Girl guests. Does that worry you?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, Joel, but tone it down, okay? He loves a game.
Miss Beverly. Trey. Suppose you'll be glad when today's over.
Excuse me.
Listen, here's my card. If I can be of any assistance. Catch you later.
Did you want to go now? Given up on you.
Are you holding up okay?
Oh, well, I'll be better when everyone's gone.
Just tell them the cops are here. That'll clear the room.
I think it's more traditional to burst into tears and shut the bar.
Did everyone sign this?
Well, I think so, yeah. Why?
Oh, I never know who'll turn up at these things. And I'm still convinced whoever killed your sister knew her.
What, you think he's here?
No, I'm more interested in who hasn't turned up when you expected them to. Who's that?
He's staying here with Amber, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I really should mingle.
Out with the handcuffs. I'll come quietly. For you.
I'm on duty.
You really need it. Hope you weren't too tough on my roommate this morning. Cully McRae.
Oh, right. No, not a bat in sight.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he would have done without her.
Who?
The lifeguard, Luke Bowman.
Are they involved?
Is he here? Have I spoken to him?
Can't you leave it? Will it change if you know?
The torture might stop. You're not going to tell me, eh?
Trey, please.
Just tell me. Is Sonia's lover out there?
I can't tell you what I don't know.
I saw a paramedic, a woman, in an accident recently. She was fantastic.
In one of those uniforms.
I meant she did a fantastic job. How would I go about finding a name?
What for?
See, she gets the accommodation she deserves.
What the hell is Harris doing here?
I asked him.
Well, I didn't.
Because he told you something you didn't want to hear.
Because he's an incompetent idiot.
Look, he is handling this case as discreetly and efficiently as he can, and if being here helps him solve it...
What's he gonna do? Ask every man in the room whether he slept with my wife. Can't you just leave us alone and let us bury her in peace?
I came to pay my respects.
You are not gonna find anything here.
What makes you so sure?
Just get out.
If you say so.
What was that you said this morning about spoiling the dignity of the occasion? Quite a gig.
One more person told me how wonderful my mother was, I would have thrown up all over them. Never mind. She's about to make up for everything.
Relax, babe. They're not reading the will until 4.
And I know just how to spend the time. So the money always turns me on.
I think we left a bit early.
If we stayed any longer, they would have charged us rent. Mwah. Aren't you coming in?
There's this prospect I'm trying to track down, but I better make a start.
I'm glad you came.
Glad you wanted me.
Are you sure you're not coming in?
Oh, I really should.
Kelly McRae's statement backed you up completely.
Told you it would. So I'm in the clear.
There is one formality. We'd like you to take a blood test.
What for?
Routine.
So I'm still a suspect.
You knew the woman. You provided, inadvertently perhaps, the murder weapon, and it happened on your territory. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Yeah. I'm not guilty.
Everyone's guilty of something. Finding out what makes my job interesting.
We can do this formally if you like, or I can give you a quick summary. It's fairly simple.
I think we can do without the legalese.
Fine. There are some minor bequests to staff and employees, along with $10,000 to the Beach Rescue Service. Sonia left the apartment to you, Trey, along with a 45% share of Kingsley, Body Beat, the marina, and all remaining shares and portfolios.
I see.
Amber receives $10,000 in cash, in addition to the apartment building known as Breakers, both of which are to be held in trust.
And?
20% of the Body Beat profit to be held in perpetuity, which will be managed by the trust until Amber's 30th birthday. Oh, yes, and the original trust remains intact.
But the rest of Kingsley Enterprises, who gets that?
You get 10%. Now the 45% goes to Georgina. Surely you knew. Okay, now, let's get to specifics. I think you'll all be quite surprised by the total value of the estate.
You all right, darling? I just feel wrong about talking about all this the day we buried her. She meant more than money to me, excuse me.
Give us some space.
I take it things didn't go as planned.
Next on Pacific Drive.
Excuse me if my sense of humour seems to be failing me today, but do the words shut up have any meaning?
You know there's a brothel operating down there? He pays you rent, therefore you profit from the earnings of prostitution.
He also takes out fishing charters, Adam. It is not that simple.
Oh, it's very simple. Get rid of him.
The ladies is the other one.
Yeah, no, I just can't.
But the more I learn about your wife, the more I realise what a complicated life she led.
Don't push me, Harris.
Just thought it'd be good to spend some time together. I won't be on the door all night. I'll come in on my breaks, and I'm off at 1.
Well, I suppose I shouldn't count on an early night then.
Not if I have my way.
I bet that spare bunk in the cabin's not empty very often. All right, let's cut the games. We both know what you're really doing here. You little bitch. What the hell do you think you're doing? Stay out of it.
Pacific Drive, 11 o'clock Wednesday night. Pacific Drive continues 11 o'clock Wednesday. Coming up next on NBN, time for a laugh with the